Look at that, 7:01. All right, good morning on day 60. The first and most beautiful day so far of June 2022. What's that? Oh, day 64. My day 60, midnight's day 64. We are up and out of the Elkhorn RV Park, cabin number 5, a lovely little accommodation in the charming city of Lake City, Colorado. You can see one mountain over there. Probably isn't going to come out the detail in the video, but if I were to walk over to that mountain and put my back up against it and then walk straight perpendicularly away from that mountain, I could probably touch this mountain in 10 minutes or so. I think there's a body of water between the two, but you know, so not counting the swimming time. And there's another big old mountain over that way, up at, I guess, what would that be, the south end of town? And then another big old mountain the other way, and it is a strange experience as an East Coaster to be flanked by so many sheer mountains like this. I've been describing it a few times as being like a gnat in the bottom of a coffee mug. It's kind of claustrophobic. It's a very cute town otherwise. Just kind of strange topographically. I've never seen anything quite like it. This town's definitely a bit of a, according to Midnight here, like an ATV off-roading kind of destination spot. They have a spot called Engineer Pass, which I guess is really popular with those folks. But when we got to town, whatever, 2 days ago, half the hotels were closed and the other half were pretty well booked up. So we were very lucky to get the spot we did. And it actually wasn't a bad price. The cabin had a queen bed, a day bed, and a, what, a tundrel?
Trundle bed.
Trundle bed. And that was like $105 per night. So we just split that, of course. There was no bathroom. You had to go to like a bathhouse sort of thing. That was fine, whatever. Yeah, let's see. What else? Yeah, sorry I didn't get any.
Here, things should open up by like mid-June.
Yeah, it sounds like most places are opening. If not today, then definitely in the next week or two. It's just the mudding ATV season or whatever in the world it is. Sorry I didn't get any sort of zero-day hiker chat video with you yesterday. There are other hikers in town. There's a lot of hikers around because of the closures in New Mexico and what have you. And by the end of the day today, on account of the fact that we'll be rejoining the folks who have opted for the Creed cutoff, there will likely be even more hikers about. So,
did you tell them about your FUBU experience?
Oh, my sandal broke. It broke. There's like the sort of slides. We were walking like whatever a half mile to go get dinner last night, and the sandal strap just flapped right off halfway down these sort of gravel roads to get dinner last night. So Midnight, my knight in shining armor, went back to the hotel and got my shoes and some pair of socks that we could keep going. So anyways, I should have a new pair of Birkenstocks. I'm gonna forget those cheap things, get with what I know, and get some Birkenstocks coming to Leadville, which is the stop after next. Oh my god, what a blabbering checkup video. No zero-day hiker interview yesterday, sorry. There are other hikers, as I said. We ran into Gusha, Mushka, Nanners, Blueberry, right.
And just right, but I don't think you met her.
Yeah. And Smokebeard. So, of that group of 5 hikers whom we met, it came out, one of them was very forthright about the fact that they had tested positive for COVID after hanging out with some other ones. And that's not really why I didn't get a zero-day hiker interview. The real reason why I didn't get a zero-day hiker interview is because I was having all sorts of crazy phone and storage device troubles yesterday and had to spend hours trying to resolve that, and I'm not totally convinced that it's entirely resolved thus far. But all the same, there's at least one hiker with COVID who was hanging out with other hikers, so I mean, I'm vaccinated, Midnight's vaccinated, I've already had it. Midnight, I don't think has already had it that she knows of. Nope.
I guess if I did, I don't know it.
Yeah, so that's a bit of a bummer, but we're going back to the woods for 5 days, so that should be good for 5 days anyways. Kind of see how we go from there. I think with that, Lake City, as far as resupply, not a great resupply. There's a tiny little grocery store that's pretty expensive. You can make it work. I made it work. But I'm doing a bunch of mountain houses, which is far more expensive than I'd usually like to do, but also a lot more convenient. Cute town, not the greatest trail town. It took us an hour to hitch in. We'll see how long it takes us to hitch out. We're walking to the other side of town to hitch out. And this is like the longest check-in video ever, so I'm gonna cut it. Midnight, any closing thoughts?
Nope. See you in Salida.
Yay, Salida.
When I didn't hike the Colorado Trail in 2009, and I kind of want to go back and look at my pictures because I think that was.
All right, y'all, 8:26, just made it back to Spring Creek Pass. Nice man whose name I did not get, and his nice 10-year-old red heeler named Red picked us up on their way back to Albuquerque. Turns out that man actually owns a property here in Lake City, or there in Lake City, I guess. And yeah, it was kind enough to stop and give us a lift. All right, so we get a quick crossing to begin the trail. Not really much more to say than I said this morning. So I'm gonna get across this and get hiking, and I'll check in with you guys later. p.m., 14.4 miles into the day, and we are just reaching it to the junction, reaching the junction of the CDT and the West Willow Creek Trail, which is the Creed cutoff for those folks who were a little apprehensive about taking the San Juans. But Midnight and I are continuing on the CDT up yet another hill. Guys, 4:32, and my thermometer says 42 degrees, but I think it may have been in the water for a little bit and giving you the temperature of the water. It was in the water because Midnight and I just stopped back at a little creek back here, just a little like drainage coming off the mountain. Had some wet dinner. I had a Mountain House, what was it, buffalo chicken style mac and cheese or something. It was pretty good. Yeah, I like the Mountain Houses, most of them. I don't really care for the chicken teriyaki, but I like most of the Mountain Houses. My main gripe with them, excuse me, first and foremost, definitely the price. Usually like $10 to $15, quite a bit more than 2 packs of ramen. And the other gripe about the Mountain House meals is they just don't have a ton of calories. I think that one was like, excuse me, like 580 calories for the whole pouch, which usually ramen, I mean anywhere from like 380 to like 450. And usually when I eat ramen, I eat 2 packs. I mean, always on trail when I eat ramen, I eat 2 packs. So you can do the math. and figure out that I'm getting a lot more calories for a lot less money with ramen. But mountain houses are convenient, they're quick, and they taste good. So yeah, it's gonna be, as I said, I think already yesterday or something, I don't know, this morning, I don't know. It's gonna be mostly mountain houses for dinner on this jump, just because that resupply was pretty limited. Anyways, I think we're like, I don't know what, 17 miles into the day or something. And probably go another 3, 4, 5, 6, who knows, before pitching up camp. Midnight is out here ahead of me. I will say I've already seen 4 hikers on trail that I don't know. And that is like, I mean, geez, almost 900 miles I've hiked on this trail already. And that is the most unknown hikers I have ever seen in a single day on the Continental Divide Trail has been that 4. So I was only able to talk to 2, and they bailed from New Mexico at Grants and jumped up and then took the Creed cutoff, which again we only passed a few miles ago. I didn't talk to the other 2, they were ahead. But yeah, man, 100%. The bubble is squarely upon us at this point, so whatever. Again, it is what it is. I'm gonna get up this hill. We are very nearly to the junction for a trail, which, if I felt like peak bagging, would lead us up to San Luis Mountain. But I have no interest in doing that whatsoever. None whatsoever. So I'll be skipping that junction and continuing on the red line or the CDT or whatever you want to call it. And woo. All right, I'll check in later. Oh, really? I can't tell. Folks, 7:29, 49.2 degrees. La Garita. I don't know what that means. The something small. I don't know what Gara means. La Garita. Wilderness. Anyways, as I said, 7:29, 49 degrees, I think. Whatever. Just making it to the Eddiesville Trailhead parking lot, which is our destination for the day, the Eddiesville Trailhead parking lot. Yeah, pretty happy with today. You see I still got my pack on. Usually I do my evening check-in once I'm all kind of like set up and my tent is all pitched up, but as you can probably tell, 7:30 is a little later than usual for us to be getting in. Midnight's right behind me there. Yeah, but we decided to push a little bit. I mean, the first half of the day was like all gosh, it just felt like all uphill. I know we did over a mile of elevation gain in total. I'll put the number down below. I don't have it right now as I speak. But yeah, I mean, a lot of climbing. But then the second, like, I don't know, the final 8 or 10 miles or 9 miles or 7 miles or whatever it was all downhill. So so we decided to kind of push a little bit. And getting in at 7:30 should give us enough time to kind of get set up and comfortable before too dark. The main reason why this is our stopping point, however, I don't know if you can see off in the distance there, but there is allegedly a pit privy, which is very, very fancy indeed. So won't have to dig any holes tonight or tomorrow morning or anything else. I'll just have a pit privy ready to rock, and I'll feel like a normal kind of human and not a stinky hiker. Horse corral, whatever. Yeah, it was definitely a pretty good day. Sorry, I feel like I probably didn't get a whole ton of shots today. It was pretty cool to see that moose though, man, right here at the end of the day. I was kind of feeling moose vibes on that descent down, following a big old creek through some marshes and stuff. And sure enough, there was a moose right there. He looked a little bit small, he or she. I'm not sure if it was a male or a female moose. Looked a little small, but whatever. Kind of moved away once he saw us, and not hurriedly, but I mean, you saw it. Pretty cool to see him though. It's definitely a cool thing. I think this is a great little campsite back here. Yeah, that's fantastic. Yeah, so saw a moose, got a few cool shots, and really, more than anything, the success of the day is in having put in whatever 26 or 27 miles or however many it was, especially given a not super late start, but later than it would have been if we had been on trail last night. So yeah, anyways, I think this place is fantastic with a little creek right next door. Nice little white noise, gonna settle in, knock me out to sleep. I'm gonna take off my pack and set up camp. And keep my eyes open for midnight so that I can give her a holler once I see her walking by. But I will talk to you guys tomorrow. Thank you so much for checking in. Hope you enjoyed the day. I know I did. See you tomorrow.